Welcome back to Tesla Electron. Keith here. Hope you've had a fantastic week. It's been a tough week for the Tesla stock. We saw Tesla excluded from the Dow Jones S&P 500 ESG index. We'll see how Elon and others responded and exactly what is this index and does it matter, and of course my take on it. Let's get into it. Coming right up. Okay, let's get into it. This index is designed to show risk factors around environment, social, governance, and economics. Yes, Tesla's exclusion and ExxonMobil's corporation's inclusion should be a clear indicator that this index has little to do with actual factors in regards to saving the planet, but perceived financial risk factors for shareholders. This is an example, in my humble opinion, of greenwashing, and something we as investors should be aware of. Saying an index has green credentials does not make it so. So let's start with the basics. What is the Dow Jones S&P 500 ESG? It's an index. Its ticker is SPXESUP. The S&P 500 ESG index is a broad-based market cap weighted index that is designed to measure the performance of securities meeting sustainability criteria while maintaining similar overall industry group weights as the S&P 500. If you, like me, are investing with actual planet-saving sustainability in mind, then an ESG fund may not be for you. If the planet's not as important as your financial risk management associated, then maybe it's for you. It's not either or, one's not right over the other, although I'm all for the planet. So here we have Cathie Wood's response, which I found interesting. Ridiculous, not worthy any other response, she says, in response to Eric Balchunas. So, and he says Tesla has been kicked out of the S&P 500 ESG index, according to the Bloomberg article, which of course they had been. Let's scoot over to what Elon had to say. SP Global Ratings has lost their integrity, he says. Then he says Exxon is rated top 10 best in the world for the environment, social and governance, ESG by S&P 500, while Tesla didn't make the list. ESG is a scam. It has been weaponized by phony social justice warriors. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think Elon might be feeling a little bit annoyed and venting a tad there. But I understand his sentiment and I do agree with him in many areas. He goes on to say an ESG score, it determines how compliant your business is with the leftist agenda. As I say, he's being a little political this week, but his point is made here. Despite Tesla doing more for the environment than any company ever, and it is true. And so they've been dropped off the ESG list because they don't make the grade, but good old ExxonMobil does. How ridiculous is that? Then Elon goes on to respond to Cathie Wood, where she says that it was ridiculous, not worthy of any other response, in response to Eric Balchunas, and Elon simply said, yup. Showing a meme of a fellow with his girl, the Tesla, and the 6 oil companies. Oh, he's too funny. He's too funny. He's just being funny. And that's pretty much how it works. The oil companies are far more lucrative at this point than than Tesla or any other thing. So, of course, it tells you a lot about this fund. A little bit political this week, Elon. He's been, I'm sure it's not left nor right. It's just a simple fact that this particular index fund found that he wasn't meeting all the criteria. Tesla wasn't meeting all the criteria according to them. So environmental, social, and governance. Now, on the social side, they claimed that Tesla had had some issues in the factories. And in digging around, I found that there was a reference to unionization within the factories. And of course, Tesla doesn't have unionization. And also for the governance, there was some issues apparently around governance around the SEC. You know, all of that's going on at the moment. You've heard that there was 3 people killed in a Tesla crash, and NHTSA are investigating that. I think that most cutting edge technologies, most cutting edge companies are going to get investigated. It's just the way it is. They're cutting edge technology. They're cutting through the FUD. They're moving forward. And of course, what we're seeing is that governments and the like aren't responding so well. Clear case of whacktivism. Is it important? Is it something that we need to be concerned about as a Tesla investor? For me, as far as I am concerned, I'm a long-term investor in Tesla, and I plan to keep my Tesla stock for a long time. At the moment, the Tesla stock was down. If we kick over here to good old Yahoo, so this is where Tesla finished this week, $663.90 down. Sorry, it was up a little bit. It's up a little bit after hours. It was down 45.52 or 6.42%. And you can see here from the chart here, I don't know if I can make that chart bigger. Let me see if I can. So we can see it's been a pretty wacky ride over the last several months. Here we are right up at its peak at $1,229.91. And we can see how it came all the way down to here. That was a good buy, $8.99. Then it came down again here. And now we are starting to see the bear market kicking in. And of course, it went up again, went all the way back up to 11.45 on the 4th of April. And now it's all the way back down to $663.90. As for me, I'll be putting as much money aside as I can to buy whilst these things are low. Again, not financial advice. Buy low, sell high. That's the rule of thumb. And in my previous video, which you should see a card here somewhere, was all about don't panic. This is not the time to panic. This is the time to bunker down and to look at Tesla's long-term fundamentals. Look at their production. Look at how many cars they're going to produce. Look at their future. It's bright. Again, not financial advice, but this is just what I'm doing. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something from it. It's not something I would be overly concerned about, but it does demonstrate something in these indexes that they put things in, they take things out, they put things in, they take them out, and it's fairly arbitrary, some of the criteria that they use. I'll put a link down below to the actual full criteria for the ESG and how they determine all of those things. So it was all based upon Tesla's DJI score, and basically they got a lower score, believe it or not, than ExxonMobil. I mean, it's just insanity. You know, a petroleum company gets a better environmental rating than Tesla. It's completely ridiculous, as Kathy Wood so eloquently said. So let me know down in the comments below if you think all of this was a greenwash. and this whole ESG index is really just a greenwash to make people think that it's actually environmental when it's actually not. Let me know down in the comments what you think. I'd be really interested. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I really want to thank all of my new subscribers. I really do appreciate you. And of course, I really do appreciate my Patreons as well. Thank you so much for that. Why don't you click on one of these? YouTube thinks you'll love this one. Come on, I know you want to. Until next time, stay charged. Don't panic.